Hey folks, today we're going to be comparing aquaponics versus hydroponics. But if we're going to be comparing aquaponics versus hydroponics, at least in the where is the nutrients coming from the water, we are going to be taking a look at what makes hydroponic water different from aquaponic water, and then you have a little bit of information to decide if that's what you want to do moving forward. So what we have to think about is the roots that are in your seed starts don't care where the nitrogen, potassium, the calcium is coming from, much less the iron, the magnesium, and all of the other micronutrients that are associated with a hydroponic solution. Now, where it's derived is where we're really going to be talking about today. So aquaponics is a way of growing plants and raising fish together in one system. The fish live in a tank and produce waste, which turns into nutrients for the plants. The plants clean the water as they grow, and this clean water goes back to the fish. It's like a small ecosystem where both plants and fish help each other. And I think a lot of people, whenever they're first starting out, think that the fish live in the reservoirs and they live underneath the rafts in a deep water system, and that's simply not the case. A second ago, we talked about the fish live in a reservoir, and that's true. They live in their own separate tanks so they can be monitored, they can be cared for. The fish husbandry can go on, which is basically like being a vet for a fish and making sure that they're healthy and happy and producing enough waste without swimming around in a big mess, and that's going through something called a biofilter. And so a biofilter in aquaponics breaks down ammonia from fish waste using beneficial bacteria. First, bacteria convert ammonia into nitrates, which are still harmful for fish. Then another type of bacteria changes the nitrites into nitrates, which are safe for fish and act as nutrients for the plants. The process is called nitrification, and it happens as water flows through the biofilter where the bacteria live on surfaces like bioballs or gravel or other media. This keeps the water safe for fish and provides essential nutrients for the plants. So what I want you to think about is as the water is coming from the tank, it's going through a series of something that's going to break up the surface, and it's going to break up the pieces of fish mess and basically make that nutrient release, for another way of putting it. And so those bioballs, which have all these little divots and holes and prongs and things like that, basically help break up that surface area along with the flowing water, along with a little bit of aeration from the flowing water, and it breaks it up into something usable for the plants. And so you have your fish tank, it gets funneled through a system, that water goes through the biofilter, that water then goes through the deep water culture system or any other type of hydroponics that you may be running, including media beds, wicking beds, a cracky system. Any of these terms that you may be interested in, the water is basically filled with nutrients from the fish, from the biofilter, takes care of the plants, and then gets returned back to the system to start the process all over again. In hydroponics, the nutrient solutions are special water mixtures that have all the nutrients plants need to grow. The solution works like plant food and helps the plants grow strong and fast. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. The three main things that helps plants grow. In a non-aquaponic situation, they're being derived from straight up minerals from a supplier. And so it's not nitrogen that's kind of crazy based, like some kind of synthetic, even though those are out there. We're far enough in the industry that a lot of times, if it's phosphorus, it's pure phosphorus, almost like a pharmaceutical grade in which it's perfect phosphorus, completely devoid of any kind of contaminants and anything like that. There's also companies out there, and you'll have to do your own research on who you're going to pick, but they're deriving those minerals from other sources like food waste. And so a lot of time if you're doing research, you're seeing things like these are synthetic chemicals. And if we're saying synthetic, a lot of people aren't going to like that word. But it's just a simple way to go, hey, this mineral has been processed down to its most pure form, and then you're adding it to a nutrient solution and diluting it down to feed your plants. So again, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, iron, calcium, magnesium, and other micronutrients, science, they're all coming either from a fish solution or you're mixing it yourself. And honestly, you're going to have a little bit more control because with the aquaponics, you're kind of limited to by what you're feeding the fish and what that fish is able to produce, and it may or may not be at the right ratios for the plants. It's still going to be a great natural solution, and that's why a lot of people like to go with aquaponics. But at the end of the day, the roots that are at the bottom of these rock wool cubes, they just want the minerals. They don't care where it comes from. So now that we've established that your nutrients can be in the water either from fish and the nitrification process through the biofilter, or you can get pharmaceutical grade or other type of natural minerals to mix up into the solution. Either way, you have this solution of water. All right, folks, so that's the bite-sized version of this. We have a little bit longer video that goes into much more depth on how the water is used within a deep water culture system and some other things to consider if you're wanting to pair up aquaponics with deep water culture.